We have a major announcement here today at FreightWaves. CEO Craig Fuller joins me now and dressed up for the occasion. Craig?
It's an important day.
Yes, very, very important. And you have a major announcement. What is that announcement, Craig?
So I am excited to announce that FreightWaves has acquired American Shipper.
Okay. For those people at home who do not know what American Shipper is, kind of give some background. This is a big deal.
Yeah, so American Shipper is a publication that was started in 1974 to provide news and commentary as it relates to stories and subjects that impact the shipping community. The community is commonly referred to as the BCO community, otherwise known as beneficial cargo owners, which is a term that may not mean anything to folks in the trucking business. They're shippers. We think of them as shippers, the people that are shipping goods. BCOs own the cargo that's in the boxes of movement. So it's whether it's truck trailers, international container boxes, on rail, it's really the folks that own the product that's being shipped. And so this is an expansion of the FreightWaves audience, because our audience, even though we have BCOs and shippers that read our content, this audience is different and is an expansion of what we already provide in terms of content.
And people always wonder during an acquisition, what's going to happen to the employees of American Shipper? What's the vision? What do you see for all that?
Well, what's great about it is we picked up a fantastic editorial team. So there are 5 folks that are joining FreightWaves content, so we'll have over 30 journalists as part of FreightWaves. We plan on maintaining and keeping the American Shipper brand. We also plan on maintaining the editorial team that's there. And what we're planning to do is bring it from an additional voice of different types of topics than perhaps we have traditionally covered. So it's an expansion of what we're doing, but still under the American Shipper brand. And as like most of our editorial coverage, it's still the journalists themselves will be driving the content and designing the subjects and the articles as they see fit. And so their voice will still stay ever present.
I mean, we've heard a lot about this. A lot of media entities are struggling to survive. It's a dying industry in some realms. What was the value in this acquisition?
Yeah, so we have an opportunity being a venture capital-backed technology company that's really valued because of the data business that we have, Sonar, and some of our other properties. We have an opportunity to look at the news and editorial business different than what they're traditionally viewed at. Is for us, it's getting editors that understand what's happening and providing context to these issues that are ever present in the market. And I think because we're a technology-centric company in a digital world and positioned as a digital company, it enables us to bring in some of the top editorial teams from traditional media and elevate them into a digital brand. And so for us, it's getting that domain expertise or that tribal knowledge of how the BCO community thinks and how global shipping works, informed with our digital presence that we have here.
By buying American Shipper, you're basically saying we want to cover more, we want to do more. So what does that mean for FreightWaves right now? How is the company performing as a whole?
I mean, it's an incredible, we had an incredible June. Actually, our revenue was up 70% month over month, which is insane. And so we're well above a plan. We raised $40 million. We closed it in, I believe it was March. Things have happened so quickly. And so we've raised capital and we're well ahead of where we had planned, where we told our investors. And because of that, we have the opportunity to make investments and broaden our reach. And so as we look at the future for FreightWaves, it's going beyond just the traditional stories that we covered around trucking freight, and then we expand into providing some rail coverage. And now we're going global with this asset, American Shipper, and being able to provide content that's oriented towards BCOs, which tend to have a global trade, a lot of global trade interest.
Obviously, we're beefing up our content with this acquisition, and then we're launching FreightWaves TV, and so that's big. Do we see any shipper-centric shows coming with this?
We do. In fact, we have one under contract, which we'll be announcing very soon. That's going to be focused on issues that the global shipping community will face. And when I say global shipping, I mean shippers, people that are shipping goods. But certainly we plan on diving deeper into subjects, whether it's the ship owners, the freight forwarding community, the international export and import community, or just domestic shippers that are shipping goods. We plan on creating content and shows for each of those audiences. And so that's all in production and all in plan. And look, as part of this transaction is acquiring this asset, this is an unusual or a unique opportunity for us in the sense that we have grown organically. We made one acquisition last month, which was Engage, which is our benchmarking product. This particular acquisition is expanding the reach. So we hope to provide that near-term commentary as to what's happening, both on a domestic but also global basis as it relates to things that are impacting shippers. And we think this is an opportunity to bring on a really, really awesome editorial team and group of journalists.
So will we get to sit down here anytime soon making another big announcement? Are there acquisitions on the horizon, something in the works?
Well, I can't talk about that. And I think you know that. You just stuck that in to get something secret. But I can't talk about what we're doing, but we're certainly looking at the editorial side of things. There's some really interesting assets in play from editorial news sites that are available that have really awesome news teams, and we would love to have them as contributors to our brand and our platform. But we're also looking at other data opportunities in place. And I think we have an advantage or an opportunity of having a really fast-growing company that's growing, triple digits and 4 digits in the past year. So because of that growth, that enables us to raise a lot of capital. And that capital, when you're raising venture capital, is different. Most people assume when a private shop buys you out or invests in you, that it's all about getting rid of people. And everybody knows about the private equity groups that go in and gut. Yeah. It's all about cost containment. I think you worked in media where it was all about
cut. Yeah, how do we do more for less?
Venture capital is on the opposite realm, is they want to build. And the running joke in the VC world, as long as your revenue is growing, if you're growing revenue and you're burning, they're like, here's more, please, you're not growing fast enough.
Keep going.
And so what they want to see is that your growth, the capital they're investing is helping grow the business smartly, and that capital is used to attract talent and people. And I think this in many ways is a great way for us to get new talent. We got 5 really awesome journalists out of the deal that we wouldn't have normally had the opportunity to hire. And because of that, that's what creates a new opportunity for us. And it expands our brand into a whole new vertical that I'm really, really excited about.
Yeah, very exciting time. Anything else you want to add about this, the acquisition of American Shipper?
No, we're excited to have the team. We're going to maintain the American Shipper brand, and our coverage will continue. And we spoke to the staff just a few minutes ago. We told them, do what you're doing today. They're always, anytime you acquire a team, is always sort of apprehension of the folks that are joining. It's like, look, do what you do today with a lot more resources, we're really excited to have them.
Yeah, and if you want to check out, they do some great work, AmericanShipper.com. Yeah, big day for us here at FreightWaves. Thanks for joining.